Okay, all right. Today we're going to talk about how to gain muscle if you're a skinny boy with a fast metabolism. So, I use the word skinny boy because I was a skinny boy with what I said was a fast metabolism. Um, and I was always like, oh, it doesn't matter how much I eat, I can't ever gain any weight. And you're probably in that situation. So, from, I don't know, 14 to realistically, it was like 14 to 27 or 20, yeah, 27. I was always saying, oh, no, it doesn't matter what I do. I just, I can't gain any weight. I do too much dancing or, whatever it is. But like realistically, if you force feed yourself and like you get borderline fat, you will be able to gain weight. So when I actually properly started getting strong, so I was 72 to 73 kilos from 14 to like 26, which is kind of crazy. Maybe 16 to 26. And then I managed to gain 8 kilos. So I got to 80 kilos. And I did that in like 1 to 2 months. And that was when I started doing that, it was properly focused force feeding. So every day I would be full the whole day. I would wake up full from last night. I would eat more while being full. If at any point I was slightly hungry, snack straight away. Protein was the goal, so I wanted to hit 160, I think it was at the time, 160 grams of protein. But don't worry too much about that. Just hit as much protein as you can. If you're really struggling and you think, oh, nothing works, then you can track your calories. So I was tracking my calories at that time, but it ended up being a lot of hassle because it's extra work to get to your goal. And we want to have the least amount of work to get to the goal. So the main thing is you go to the gym every day and you eat so you're stuffed, healthy food. So don't eat like pure sugar or something. But to be honest, I actually think if you're trying to get fat or trying to gain weight, it would make more sense for you to eat nearly anything rather than stressing about, oh, I need to eat like lots of salad and I'm going to have to eat so many forests before I can get 3,000 calories because it's really difficult. So I had protein shakes, the protein bars. I was living at home at the time, so my mum would cook like really good big meals. Not super high in protein, to be honest. They were like quite carby or fatty, but there was enough calories in them to make me fat. So that's pretty good. But if you're not living at home and you don't have the luxury of having your mum cook for you, then it's fine. Just make like a big pot of pasta or loads and loads of chicken. I actually probably don't recommend thinking too much about protein when you're trying to get fat because protein really fills you up. So it's really hard to gain weight if you're eating like pure chicken. So if anything, if you're trying to lose weight, I would max out on the protein. If you're trying to gain weight, I would, of course, you still have to get protein because you want strong muscles. But even go towards having more carbs because it's much easier to get like 3,000 calories of pasta than 3,000 calories of chicken. Like, try that. Yeah, we're sleeping really well. So the muscles were growing really well. But yeah, it's literally those two things: eat loads and go to the gym consistently. You don't even have to be good in the gym. You can go there and just like curl once and then go home because at least you're building the habit. You're becoming the person that you want to be, like tiny bits at a time. And most of the days, if you end up just being in the gym, even if you don't really want to be, you'll end up having a at least average workout, or maybe it'll be below average, but it doesn't matter. Um, because it's still better to have like a crap workout than no workout at all, as long as you don't get injured. Okay, so that's really, really important. You really don't want to get injured during this because if you get injured, then you mentally spiral down. At least I do. I feel so bad about myself. Um, and if your one goal is to gain weight and get strong, and so for example, I really wanted to get to doing 100 kilo bench press. That was like the big goal, and I finally did it. It literally took a whole year, but I got there in the end. If I were to get injured during the process, then I would be so sad because the goal would seem even further away. So you want to push yourself, but not so hard that you injure yourself, obviously, right? Um, and eventually you get addicted to it because you start looking pretty, like you start looking kind of good, at least compared to what you used to look like. So your physique is like you're actually kind of impressed by yourself. Um, I mean, today was an arm day, so my arms are not so big, but they are still much better now, like with no blood, than they were a year ago with the best pump of my life, kind of thing. And that feels really good. So you kind of become proud of the work that you put in the past, and then you think to yourself, okay, I want to keep this streak going. I don't want to be the person I was before. And it does take like quite a few days, maybe if like 3 months to get to that point where you're really like proud of the work you did. So it's really only the first month that is really hard, and then it's kind of okay if you don't get injured. So I would like you, if you're struggling to gain muscle right now, to first of all get a gym membership, because anyone that tells you, oh, I can just do at home workouts, like you're missing out on such a big part of like the environment. So you go to the gym and there's people to socialize with if you like socializing, but I really didn't for the first year. Um, but more importantly, you can see the effort that they're putting in, and it feels more like you're on the same boat and you're all trying to hit similar goals. So it feels really nice to work alongside people. When you're at home alone, uh, I mean, people aren't really watching you in the gym anyway, but no one's watching you when you're at home alone. So you can really do whatever you want. And that probably is going to end up being nothing because at the beginning of the journey, you're not so consistent. You don't have the habits, you don't really have the identity. So I recommend gym membership. Buy as much as you can in advance. Actually, no, I won't say that because then you might just waste your money. So buy 1 month or 3 months. Yeah, okay. And then obviously go to the gym every day for 1 month, no matter what. Unless you're literally sick and you have to sleep, in which case fine. But otherwise, you're going to go to the gym. Even if you literally walk there, you decide, okay, I don't feel like it, and then you go home. That's okay because then at least you know that you tried your best. But what you're not going to do is tell yourself, oh, I need a rest day, I need recovery. Like, yes, scientifically, it's optimal to have recovery days and to be recovering consistently, but it's more difficult mentally to tell yourself, okay, I'm going to go 3 times a week. And then, say you work out on Monday and say Wednesday is your next training day. Then you get to Wednesday and you're like, my shoulder still feels kind of tight. Maybe I need one more rest day. And you don't want to be having that little internal struggle with yourself. So instead, just say, okay, I'm going to go every day. That's what I've been doing. Every single day. You recover on the Tuesday and Wednesday. So say, because I do push-pull legs. It's like super, super simple. So I push, pull, and then I don't squat anymore, but I do leg exercises. So push, pull, legs. So by the time we get to the next push, my arms are pretty much not 100% recovered, but they're recovered enough to do another push day. So I don't see anything wrong with just working out every day. If there's any physios here, gonna kill me. Because actually, I had a conversation with like an Olympic physio, and they're like, "No, it's not optimal." I was like, "Okay, fine," but doesn't matter. Listen to me. Don't listen to the Olympic physios. Listen to me because I've done the journey that maybe you want to be doing. Yeah, and now I'm addicted to the gym, and I can't really get enough of it. So yeah, feels pretty good. Yeah, that's it. All right. Thanks for watching.